It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Tuesday, the 17th of February. I'm James Spann. Weather a little calmer across the state today, just cold and dry. We go in the deep freeze Thursday, and could there be more winter weather mischief somewhere around here Friday? A lot of things to discuss. So let's go in there and go. We'll take a look at the big picture this morning. Very cold upper trough over the United States, pulling down some pretty cold air, but the coldest air comes Thursday. But it's cold enough this morning. Mostly 20s up on the map. The cold spot is Haleyville at 18, Birmingham at 24. And, of course, any rain left over, standing water from yesterday's big rain, will be icy. And accordingly, most schools are opening a couple of hours late today because of that. We should be above freezing by mid-morning. Around the nation, pretty cold, especially in the northern plains. That's the air that we'll feel Thursday, and up in the northeast. You really have to go down to South Florida or the Southwest United States to find any warmth. Places like Los Angeles and San Diego and Phoenix and Miami. We've still got an ice storm warning for Middle Tennessee. That'll be dropped this morning. A winter weather advisory for the Tennessee Valley. And last night, there was a civil emergency message issued for much of north central Alabama. It's kind of a odd message for icy patches on roads and bridges, but that was requested by the EMA offices. Winter storm warning still up for parts of the middle Atlantic coast region, but again, all of this is winding down. The next issue comes late this week. In fact, this is the liquid precipitation equivalent for the next 5 days, valid through Sunday morning. And that's got a 3.3-inch bullseye near Memphis. And boy, if that comes down as freezing rain, what a disaster that will be. And this is going to be an event at the end of the week and as the weekend begins. And we'll take a look at that in detail as we go along here. This is modeling. This is the 06 ZGFS, valid today at noon. Ridge on the west coast, big trough over much of the United States. And down below that, we're just cold and dry today. The sky will be mostly cloudy. You might see a little filtered sunshine, but probably not much. And the high will be around 40, maybe upper 30s. Be kind of a brisk day, but again, it should be dry. Now, this is tomorrow at noon off the GFS. And there's been some pretty good consistency in the idea of this disturbance coming down in the northern branch of the jet stream, squeezing out a few snow flurries or snow showers tomorrow morning. This is the high-res NAM at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it's a little faster, and our in-house RPM model kind of agrees with this. So to start the day, there could be a few snowflakes or maybe some drizzle as you work your way to the south. And, the question is, will that have any impact on travel tomorrow morning? I would say it's unlikely for Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden. Maybe the ground getting white in spots up over the Tennessee Valley. Snow showers can make the ground white pretty quickly, the heavier snow showers, but they'll be moving along in a very rapid clip. We will be below freezing to start the day tomorrow morning with temperatures down in the mid-20s at daybreak. This is a look at the snow accumulation coming off the NAM. This is valid tomorrow evening 6, and that would be for the morning snow showers. And you could see potential for a little bit over the northern third of the state. But again, for the moment, we just don't expect any high impact from this. Could there be a few localized problems? There could be. And again, especially up over the Tennessee Valley where the snow showers should be a little more numerous. Just something to watch. Otherwise, mostly cloudy tomorrow. And the high should be in the low to mid-40s. We'll say 42 to 45 tomorrow afternoon. But boy, Thursday we go in the deep freeze. We start the day down in the low and mid-teens. The latest GFS is printing a low of 12 for Birmingham. And more than likely, we stay below freezing all day with a high around 32. This is look at the anomalies on Thursday. And that's an ouch right there. The anomalies are centered a bit north of us, but again, that's cold enough. And it looks like a sub-freezing day. But at least the sun will be out. Looks like a bright, sunny day with bone-crushing subsidence. Now, let's go to Friday. The next wave in the southern branch comes along, and with cold air in place, what do? All right, again, this is noon on Friday. And again, the GFS is printing a high of 37 for Birmingham. You can see the GFS at noon here suggesting the freeze line, that red line, 32 Fahrenheit, could be a little south of Birmingham. And over North Alabama at the onset, here comes another wintry mix of snow and sleet, if this is right. And and again, it's Tuesday. This is Friday. We're not going to be very specific here. We're not even going to try this until we get 48 hours out. And even at 48 hours, you know there will be changes. You know the 10 things to know about winter weather forecasting. But if we were to take this on face value, we'd introduce the chance of snow or sleet Friday afternoon over North Alabama. Let's go to 6 o'clock. Looks pretty messy. And again, if you take this on face value, you'd be snowing in Fort Payne, sleet in Huntsville and Gadsden, and freezing rain for Muscle Shoals, Russellville, Hamilton, and Haleyville. In I-20 is in the southern extent of all of this, nothing happening down to the south. And in a way, this is kind of like the deal yesterday. There's going to be warm air advection going on here, but the air probably will be a little colder this time. You know, it's very, very cold air coming in here Thursday. But clearly the door is open for a wintry mix of weather over the northern third of the state, especially from I-20 north, or really, I'd say, a line from Millport to Birmingham to Anniston. And then this is midnight, Friday night, early Saturday morning, 12 a.m. The precipitation begins to change to rain over northwest Alabama. You've still got freezing rain over northeast Alabama. And then by Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, you've still got freezing rain over northeast Alabama. And this is suggesting freezing rain maybe as far south as Anniston and Gadsden, and maybe the northeast suburbs of Birmingham. And, of course, you can't split hairs the days in advance. And then rain over northwest Alabama. It's another can of worms forecast. And, again, there is no skill at dealing with something this tricky, several days in advance. So we'll just open up the idea of a wintry mix over the northern part of Alabama Friday night into Saturday morning. And then at noon on Saturday, the freezing rain is northeast of here. We just have some rain across the northern part of the state, and we should get some strong warm air advection. We might hit 60 on Saturday, so we could go from icing problems over North Alabama Friday to a relatively mild day on Saturday, with still a chance of some rain over the northern part of the state if you're planning something outdoors. And this is Sunday, and again, that looks just wet. So unfortunately, the weekend looks wet and cloudy, but not as cold. And again, Sunday, we might be up there close to 60, so no problems with any ice or freezing rain over the weekend, just rain. And then this is Monday of next week. This is suggesting the better chance of rain over the southern half of the state, and the GFS is suggesting a wintry mix possibly for parts of Louisiana and West Mississippi, but not here. And Tuesday, that feature is shunted down to the south, but we all know the GFS will probably shift back north again as this cold, unsettled pattern continues. But again, we stress for us early next week, Monday and Tuesday, the high will be around 50, and for now, this is not showing any sign of winter weather mischief. But again, we all know that could change. Beyond that, this is Wednesday of next week, suggesting a Gulf low, and that'll be a close call for winter weather woes. And the end of the forecast the next day, the 26th, looks like the coldest, the lower height shifting back into the western half of the nation, where they're going to get some colder air. And for us, that would be cool and dry. Quick peek at temperatures coming off the ensembles. Clearly, the cold pop will be coming in here Thursday. You can see that warmer spike over the weekend, and then somewhat cooler by the middle part of next week. Interesting forecast days indeed. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock today. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream of the television site, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.